Hey everyone, my name is Kuviman and I have made an MMO for LudumDare Game Jam in 48 hours. LudumDare is a game jam where you need to create a game from scratch in 48 hours. That is if you work alone. There is also an option to go 72 hours with a team. This is my fourth time I participate in it and it is always a lot of fun. So when the jam starts, a theme is being announced and you can start working. This time, the theme was deeper and deeper. I tried not to spend too much time thinking about the theme, so I went for the obvious, making the players dig. So the game is basically a huge chunk of stone that you mine out and then can also build with these blocks. And from the stone, sometimes you get treasure that you can sell and get money. The deeper you dig, the more valuable the treasure chest is. So you have money that you can show off on a leaderboard. Wait, a leaderboard? That means I need to store something somewhere. This means a server, right? Well, why not make a multiplayer game then, right? Right. So that's exactly what I did. Besides, after the developing phase is finished, there is play and rate time where you play other people's game and other people play your game. It is always cool to see other people play your game, so being able to interact with people while they're playing your game is even cooler. In fact, I have made my game's trailer, which is a compilation of different streamers playing my game. So when you start a game, you spawn in the single player world, just in case the server is down, and you travel to the server using the train. Multiplayer being my main focus, it made sense to make character customization too, right? Right, so that's also what I did. If you think that making multiplayer and character customizer is not worth it for the 48-hour jam game, then you are probably right. The gameplay is too simple and not interesting because too much time was spent on those unneeded features. But this is what I want to be better at, so I would say it was worth it. So for the art, this time I used an iPad with a pencil to draw everything. I'm not really good at drawing, so I went for doodles, but I really like how the game looks in the end anyway. As for the sounds, I used microphone and my mouth. Same for music. I recorded whistling and guitar.
Here's your money.
I know it's not good and I want to get better sometime, but I think it fits well with the art style of the game. So the game is made using Rust programming language with my own engine, which is very raw. The engine makes sure everything works on all platforms including the web, but does not have a lot of features. Multiplayer is done via WebSockets, since I need to run the game on the web. The client and the server both maintain the whole game world in their memory. When client wants to do something, for example to move their character or to break or place a block, they send an event to the server. The server handles that event by updating the model and possibly generates more events, like spawning an item when a block is broken, and then sends these events to all the clients so that the game state is synchronized. There is one downside to that logic. Basically, the whole model needs to be downloaded at first when the client connects to the server. But it was fine for this game, although I did reduce initial world size by 100 times so that it is less than a megabyte. Every good MMO suffers from glitches like item duplication, so you can do it in my game too. When picking up an item, client sends an event to remove that item from the game world, but it gives you the item instantly. This means when two players want to pick up the same item at the same time, they both will have it at the end, because the events will reach the server not instantly but after a short period of time. The easiest way to dupe is to have two players with one item spamming Q and E, so spamming drop and pick up buttons. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage to show you, but it is possible. Since the character does not have any inventory and can only hold one item in their hands, this is actually good for building, since it is a bit too tedious to build something by going back and forth always. Every good MMO suffers from hackers, so this is what happened a couple days before the game jam finished. One of the commenters of my game showcased my game on their stream and uploaded it to YouTube. You may notice that when he joined the server, he said hello to a random person without a passport. This dude was just sitting there near the moneymaker pretending to be doing nothing. Then, several days later, I also joined another person on a stream who played LudumDare games, including mine. Unfortunately, their VOD was not saved, but I was there when it happened. At first, I did not even notice, since they blended well into the environment. But the suspicious guy was still present on the server in the same exact spot doing something suspicious. And well, right during the stream, while I was playing with the streamer, we noticed that our characters stopped synchronizing. And this was it. I looked up on the server and indeed, the hacker has done it. The server has been crashed. The server does have an auto restart though, So you can still play the game unless I have manually turned it off, but it does not save anything to disk and keeps all the world in memory. So that means that everything that was built by all the other players, houses, the big LD48 sign, all the swear words and statues are gone now. Server has been wiped. I was actually going to make a save of the world by doing small changes in the client, but that is now impossible. Anyway, I have made a screenshot of the world and sub point near the beginning, that's how it looked. The server was up since the beginning of LudumDare, and at that point, 1.5 days before the result, this was the first incident. Participating in game jams is good practice and fun times, so I plan to do more of those. If you want to see me do it live, I'm doing live streams on Twitch TV/Kuviman. I hope you enjoyed the video, see you next time.